So something happened late last week that could impact everything you do or don't do on social media moving forward. And barely a whisper about this from the legacy media. It could also open the door to hundreds of millions of dollars in lawsuits against Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube after a jury ruled for the first time that they are responsible for one woman's depression and anxiety, awarding her $6 million in damages. But of course, Meta and Facebook completely disagree that they had anything to do with it.
I see firsthand just how hard the company is trying to ensure that there's not harmful content, to ensure that we're empowering parents to the best of our ability. And it's something that I watch being focused on every single day. We respectfully disagree with that decision and we're appealing. But I think back to people, not products.
Okay, so it's also important to note that social media is almost entirely self-regulated, so they regulate themselves, which we know never works. Mark Lanier is the lead attorney for the plaintiff in this case, meaning he's the first attorney on earth to beat one of these social media giants in court. He's also the CEO of the Lanier law firm. Mark, great to have you on. Congratulations.
Hey, thanks so much.
Happy to have you. So Meta and Google claim that people are out there doing this just because they know they are multi-trillion-dollar companies, that it's about the money, basically. How do you respond to that?
Well, they are judging us based upon their own actions. It's very clear from the documents, this was all about money for them. They figured out how they could become trillionaires through doing this. They've put in place massive bonuses. And what they did is they preyed upon children, and they gave bad content to children and addicted children to their websites, to their apps, and it's atrocious. They did it consciously. The jury didn't just say, hey, this accidentally happened. The jury said it was purposeful, it was malicious, and it was fraudulent.
And I think you could argue it's not just children. I think this is impacting adults as well. All over the world, not just in America. I'm wondering, are you surprised that these companies aren't doing more to address how addictive and really dangerous their products are?
So what they've done is, for example, the last time there was a PR fuss when Senator Josh Hawley went after him in a Senate hearing,
right.
They had a big PR to do, and they said, look, we've got to come up with explanations and ways we're doing good things. And they did that publicly. But internally, the secret documents that we got to put out for the jury said, this is a quote, why are we doing cartwheels to avoid really doing the things we're claiming we're doing?
Right.
These so-called fixes they knew would not fix the problem because they only make the money if more people spend more time on their platform.
Well, the floodgates are open thanks to you. And I know people at home right now watching will remember the big tobacco CEOs in the 90s. They all testified before Congress, and one by one, they went right down the line. They were asked, do you think cigarettes are addictive and the tobacco in your cigarettes? And they all said no. They, of course, lost and were lying, and they knew it. Just quickly, Mark Zuckerberg did issue kind of a strange apology a couple years ago before Congress. Mark, Donald Trump seems to like him. He's on this 13-person White House AI panel right now. You cross-examined Mark Zuckerberg, one of the only people ever to do that. What did you make of this guy?
I think he's very media trained. He spent thousands of hours, I expect, on media training, and we saw that. We saw the records of it, but the bottom line is he can't run away from the documents. And so I think that he's told mistruths to Congress, he told mistruths to our jury, and our jury didn't believe him one whit.
Yeah, it's amazing. Are the floodgates now open for more lawsuits? Rightfully so, by the way?
I think they are.
Okay.
I think they are. I think we're going to see this is a big tobacco moment.
Yeah.
This was prophesied in their documents. They said one day people are going to see this and we're going to be big tobacco.
Absolutely. Well, think about your client, anxiety, depression. Think about people who took their own lives. And there's not a few of them. There are hundreds, if not thousands. Mark Lanier, we'll have you back. Good to see you. Thank you. Congratulations.
Good to see you, Finnerty. Good show.
All right.
Information. Truth is freedom. Is Newsmax. It's real news for real people.